JD, thank you very much for joining me. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks a lot, Mark, for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you. So, we are talking today about the upcoming meeting in July of the National Association of Plant Breeders taking place in St. Louis, Missouri. Now, you are with Bayer, of course, which is helping to sponsor and host this meeting in partnership with the University of Illinois, I understand.
That is correct. We look forward to hosting the community here in St. Louis on July the 23rd to 25th of this year, 2024.
Now, JD, can you share just a little overview of the key themes and focus areas for this year's meeting?
Yes, Mark. So this year's meeting, as we co-hosted with the University of Illinois, is really centered around three themes, and it's really around rethink the space of plant breeding, reinvent the space of plant breeding, and then revolutionize the space of plant breeding. So the 4-day meeting is centered around those three different pieces. There is a component as well as the previous meetings where we've put a lot of focus also on our graduate and students to make sure to bring them in, get them exposure to both the private and public sector and also potential future employers. And then the science component of the meeting with a field trip to University of Illinois, one of the 4 days. And then on the Bayer side, we also bring in a group of startup companies that's local to the ecosystem here in St. Louis to get them in front of the Plant Breeding Association and create some interaction around how startups invent themselves, how they actually go on this journey and get commercial products out there. And we've got a very interesting lineup set up here for those startup companies for interaction.
Excellent. Now, like you say, you're partnering with the University of Illinois to do this. What's that partnership been like? What's it been like working with them on this?
It's actually been a lot of fun. We started this journey probably about 18 to 24 months back when the idea sort of came forward from the executive committee for the National Association of Plant Breeders to say we need to have a meeting in the Midwest. We've never done one in Missouri and Illinois. Is this an opportunity for Bayer Crop Sciences and University of Illinois to partner in this space? So we sort of had a regional conversation about this whole gateway of ag tech between University of Illinois and then also St. Louis with Bayer, with the Danford Institute, and then all the startup companies that's based here in the Midwest. So that's sort of where the idea was starting from, and then we built the agenda from that to make it very unique, but also different from previous NAPB meetings. The NAPB annual meeting becomes really competitive based on the part of the world or the country that we're hosting it from. So it's fun to see and put something different in front of the association and keep people engaged.
Yeah, I know the first NAPB meeting I ever went to actually took place here in Canada. I believe it was back in 2018. And so the NAPB gets around pretty good, you might say.
Yeah, they do. And just a sort of a placeholder, the meeting for 2025 will be in Hawaii in May. So we look forward to also have the association travel to that part of the US, and we might actually have a few folks from across the ocean to participate and expand a little bit the international reach of what we're trying to do.
Yeah, that's a big deal. And I guess that will be highlighting Mikey Cantor's research program at the University of Hawaii, I'm thinking.
Yeah, he will be the host to accommodate the meeting there. So we look forward to that.
Now, JD, you're kind of pulling double duty here. Not only are you helping to host the meeting as part of Bayer, but you're also incoming president, I believe, of the NAPB. And I'm looking forward to doing a proper sit-down in-person interview with you in St. Louis. But as incoming president, what's your number one priority in terms of your vision for the NAPB?
Well, the next 2-3 months is making sure that we have a very successful annual meeting as sort of the co-sponsor with Illinois. Coming into the seat of the president, obviously building on Thomas Luberstedt being the president and his vision the last 12 months, and also stepping back the last 2 to 3 years on what's been building up in the organization is really taking our strategic plan for the next 5 years that we just got our members to vote on. is to take that forward and put it into practice for my term as president. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, getting ourselves ready as an organization. Think about the shifts in skills and talents, membership, education, outreach that we want to achieve as an organization. So I look forward to that component of it. And then also more of a personal ambition for the next 12 months as the president is also strengthening a little bit of the relationships with the international global associations outside of the US and start building that connection for us as a global plant breeding connection for our members, as well as potentially also reaching into other associations around the world. So that's sort of the piece that I also want to focus on. That would be unique.
Now, when you think about the agenda for this year's meeting, what is most exciting for you?
I think there's quite a bit. We're trying to build a very diverse agenda, as I mentioned. Personally, I'm really excited about all the scholarship opportunities we have with the Borlock and the Carver scholarships. That's always been a highlight and something that sort of got momentum over the last few years. I look forward to that. Selfishly, along with our partners for Teva, I look forward to host the graduate student session on the Sunday. It's always a fun opportunity to talk to students that's sort of on that career journey to figure out what do you want to go to private sector, public sector, what do they want to do in the plant breeding space, and try to help them navigate their careers a little bit. So that's normally one of the highlights that I enjoy every year. And then the rest of the week is just the interaction with all the graduate students around the poster sessions, the different sessions we have set up around the three themes: rethink, reinvent, and revolutionize the space of plant breeding. And then obviously the field trip to Illinois and also the startup companies that we will host in a panel session here in St. Louis.
Now, for people who are thinking of coming to the meeting this year, or maybe they've never been to an NAPB meeting before, what would you say is the number one reason why somebody should attend?
I think for me, the main reason that I enjoyed the meeting over the last several years is creating that connection with industry players, public and private, and also building your network in a community that's very global. If you think about the space of plant breeding, all the plant breeders, scientists, and students that will be the scientists of the futures, we all have roles and opportunities to not only impact what we deliver crop-wise in the US, but also on a global scale. So building that network where you're an up-and-coming scientist, plant breeder for the next 20, 30 years on folks that you would work with, and then also creating that network of potential career mentors that's further along in their career, mid to late career, that can help navigate you on that path. So that network and that community is one of the things that I always get from the interactions at the NAPB meetings.
Yeah, me too. No, and it's going to be a great meeting. People can take advantage of the early bird registration by going to the website, which we're going to put up on the screen. Go to the website, register for the meeting, and it's going to be a great time. Looking forward to seeing you there, JD, and thank you so much for your time.
Thanks a lot, Mark, and I look forward to see you in St. Louis.